everyone! So, a bunch of stupid stuff is going on this week. It seems like Bandai definitely listened to the complaints about the first battle circuit, so now we have a week somewhat designed around helping people finish the second one. And the second battle circuit is weird. Now, first things first, I want to jump ahead and say that last weekend, I successfully managed to fight my way through the first 10 laps. Although I'm a little bit worried I might have gone overboard in the first 10 laps, and I might have to do a lap or two over to free up some free parts. But anyway, I'm going to save a lot of this info about what happened for my deep dive video, which should hopefully come out a day or so after I finish fighting my way through the whole thing. Now, in general, this new battle circuit has turned out to be a little bit easier than the last one, except the first few missions are super hard and so are the last few. But there are a few missions that you can actually beat using autopilot this time. And at least being a shooter build is somewhat a viable option more frequently than it was last time. So anyway, to support this new battle circuit, they're also doing these special Halloween event drops, where you can get these expiring energy restores. And so what I did last week and what I'm going to continue doing this week is blowing all these to loot out all the loot from the weekly event. Because right now, if you chain them together like I have, I think I managed to get about 80% of the loot from the Blast Impulse Gundam event, which literally just dropped a few hours ago. And when the weekly event is completely clean dry, use your best efforts and use any remaining energy to do the daily event that gives in-game money event. You're going to need the in-game money for upgrades for the battle circuit. And then also, it seems like I'm doing much better on this battle circuit, mostly because I had so many more parts upgraded from the last battle circuit. So this time I just had a bunch of stuff ready to go. And I'm definitely doing things way more solid this time compared to the last one. And instead of having to waste hundreds of horror coins to make new builds, this time, so far, I think I've only had to do that like 5 times to tweak out a few critical things and make a few other builds more viable. And that's mostly because I didn't want to wait around to get the free energy for the daily event. So anyway, here's the weekly info for this week. The drops this week are a very lame rerun of the Barbatos 4, but it's a technique instead of a power suit, and the much cooler and much more viable Avalanche Exia, which to my own shock and amusement, I almost fully collected in only 3 pulls. The only thing I didn't get was the legs, which sucks because those look really awesome. But it's no big deal, it's still a totally viable Exia clone. And now I'm wondering if I can use any of these parts to patch onto my main and get rid of the kind of ugly Exia Dark Matter and Unicorn parts I'm rocking. Oh, and this is kind of late news, but the arena this week is all about GM builds, and I put together this really beastly GM using the GM Cardigan parts, kit bashed with the full armor Unicorn parts that I got from a few weeks back, and I've been having so much fun wrecking people with it. Especially really annoying people who keep sending the Freedom Gundam into this GM fight. Oh, and by the way, speaking of the Freedom Gundam, there's altered Freedom and Justice parts this week, but it's kind of a ripoff because if you already had gotten the parts, or you already upgraded your parts past gold, you can't alter the parts. So also this week, I've been trying to move my live stream from Wednesday morning to Tuesday night, immediately as the new missions come out. And I realized I didn't tell anyone I was doing this now, but it was kind of a spur of a moment thing, and it seemed like the Tuesday night crowd wasn't that great. So now I'm a little torn between, do I stay on Tuesday or do I move it back to Wednesday morning? Especially since every so often the game crashes on Tuesday night and it doesn't work until Wednesday morning anyway. So please let me know in the comments if you have a preference for me doing the live stream at either slot. I'd love to have you guys in the live stream. It's a lot of fun when people show up and like yell at me to do stuff. Usually I'll do it, sometimes I won't. You'll have to see, it's live. Anyway, so that's my update for the week. It's been an okay week in Gundam Breaker, at least in terms of stuff going on. And the helpful stuff with the battle circuit will hopefully allow more people to clear it. Alright, that's my update for the week. I was Buster Green, this is my channel. Please subscribe. Thank you very much. Bye!